The explosive emergence of Monkey D. Luffy and his band of Straw Hat Pirates ushers in an era of historical parallels, many of which point toward Luffy's future as king of the pirates. Cycles define Luffy's world, from the rise and fall of nations to the reincarnation of history's most important figures, creating plenty of opportunities for One Piece history to repeat itself. Number 6. Shanks gives Monkey D. Luffy his straw hat. When it comes to One Piece, arguably no image is more synonymous with the series than Monkey D. Luffy's iconic straw hat. This item accompanies Luffy throughout his journey as a pirate, and it's given to him by none other than Red Hair Shanks, one of the Grand Line's most infamous outlaws, during the series' opening episodes. However, the history of the straw hat dates back much further than Luffy and Shanks, having been worn by two legendary figures at different points in the past: Joy Boy and Gall D. Roger. While little is known about Joy Boy's time with his straw hat, likely a different hat than the one worn by Luffy, Roger's time with the accessory is well documented. In fact, One Piece even includes a flashback that shows Roger passing along the straw hat to Shanks, creating a fun parallel between the three characters. Number 5. Luffy is almost executed where Gall D. Roger was. By the time Luffy and the Straw Hat Pirates prepare to leave the East Blue, they've already made quite a name for themselves. Although their burgeoning reputation excites several of One Piece's main characters, it also attracts attention from the Marines and other powerful groups, ultimately resulting in Luffy's capture at the hands of Captain Smoker in Logatown. After being captured, Luffy is swiftly scheduled for execution at the Logatown Town Square, the same location where Gall D. Roger was executed 2 decades earlier. However, moments before Luffy can be executed, lightning strikes the execution platform and allows him to escape. Though these two moments ended very differently, Luffy's failed execution is one of the first signs that he may actually follow in the King of the Pirates' footsteps. Number 4. Luffy's crew discovers Skypia 400 years after Nolan. Most of the Straw Hat Pirates' adventures take place on the Grand Line, with one notable exception: their trip to Skypia. Miles above the island of Jaya lies a hidden civilization that is centuries old and, for the most part, completely removed from the happenings of the Grand Line. While Skypia rarely receives visitors, that wasn't always the case 400 years before Luffy and his crew arrived via the Knock Upstream. Skypia still resided on the Grand Line, allowing it to occasionally host visiting adventurers. This includes Mont Blanc Nolan, a famous explorer who, like the Straw Hat Pirates, found the city of Shandora. Although Shandora would be launched into the sky before Nolan could revisit the location, the Straw Hat Pirates followed in his footsteps years later, thereby proving that Nolan's stories about Shandora were actually true. Number 3. Sanji leaves the Vinsmoke family again as an adult. When Sanji joins the Straw Hat Pirates at the end of the Bharati arc, very little is known about his backstory. While small details throughout One Piece reveal that the cook grew up in the North Blue, it isn't until the Whole Cake Island saga that his full past is revealed. As a child of Germa Kingdom's royal Vinsmoke family, Sanji was raised to be a powerful military commander, only to be cast aside when it became clear that he had failed to develop the same superhuman trait as his siblings. This subhuman treatment eventually causes Sanji to leave the family, allowing him to meet Chef Zeph and the rest of the Bharati staff in the East Blue. However, when Sanji is blackmailed by his family to return to Germa, he listens to them and leaves the Straw Hat Pirates, many of whom chase after their beloved crewmate. Eventually, Luffy and his allies' determination breaks through to Sanji, who then leaves his family a second time, this time, for good. Number 2. A second swordsman scars Kaido the Emperor. Kaido, captain of the Beast Pirates and one of the 4 Emperors of the Sea, earned the title of World's Strongest Creature, for a reason. The mythical Zone-type Devil Fruit user possesses raw strength that rivals that of any One Piece character in history, so anytime he's dealt damage, let alone permanently scarred, it's a major accomplishment for his opponent. Years before One Piece's main story, Kazuki Oden clashed with Kaido in an attempt to stop the pirates' reign of tyranny over Wano country, and during their battle, the samurai slashed Kaido with enough strength to leave a scar across his abdomen. During the raid on Onigashima several decades later, Roronoa Zoro finds himself in a similar situation, and just like his predecessor, Zoro is able to deal Kaido a serious enough wound to permanently disfigure his opponent. Luckily for Zoro, he has the support of Monkey D. Luffy and many other powerful allies, allowing them to achieve victory against Kaido and avenge Oden's loss year earlier. Before moving on further, can you please like the video? I get so much motivation because of your one like. So please, don't hesitate to like the video. Number 1. Sun God Nika and Joy Boy return once again. Monkey D. Luffy accomplishes more in his 2 years as a pirate than almost any character in One Piece history, and on several occasions, he is championed as a savior by the people that he saves. As a result, it's not entirely surprising when One Piece reveals that Luffy's devil fruit actually allows him to transform into sun god Nika, a legendary figure associated with freedom and liberation centuries prior. Similarly, Luffy is also heralded as the second coming of Joy Boy, a figure whose history is directly related to sun god Nika and the Void Century, which occurred 800 years prior to One Piece. When Luffy awakens his devil fruit, ancient figures like Zunisha even call Luffy by Joy Boy's name, signaling the return of a character whose implications may spell out a worldwide revolution for freedom.